Great. Well, welcome back to Scoliosis Dialogues, the podcast of the Scoliosis Research Society. I'm Byron Stevens, and today we're previewing an exciting meeting, the 2027 SRS Regional Scientific Meeting, taking place March 5th and 6th in Buenos Aires, Argentina. This is the SRS's regional meeting for Latin America, and like all of our regional meetings, it's built around one idea: for the region, by the region. Presenting authors and the majority of co-authors have to come from Latin America. So this is a meeting where the region's own best science takes center stage alongside surgeons, residents, fellows, and researchers from across the region. To help preview what attendees can expect, I'm joined by our guests with deep roots in Latin American spine care. First up from Brazil is Dr. Andre Andujar. Andre is Chief of Pediatrics at the Hospital Infantil Joana de Guzmão and has been an SRS member since 2010 and currently chairs our SRS Worldwide Course Subcommittee. He also coordinates the Pediatric Deformity Study Group for AO Spine Latin America. Andre, great to have you.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me here.
And also joining us is Dr. Karen Weissmann. Karen is the Chief of Spine Surgery Unit at Clinica Meds and President of the Chilean Spine Society, also a partner organization for RSM 2027. She's part of SRS's leadership cohort and serves on our historical committee. Karen, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Mauricio, why don't you introduce yourself for the audience?
Okay, I'm Mauricio Montalvo. I'm from Mexico City. I work in private practice, and my 70% of I'm a therapeutic surgeon. I'm my 60 to 70% of my practice is spine, adults and kids.
Great. Well, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to join us. Guillermo, why don't you? Good morning, and thanks for taking your time to be with us. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your practice?
Well, I am part of the Spine Society in Argentina. I work in a big hospital, a public hospital. It's called El Cruce. And as usually, we have a lot of works here. We work in private places like Trinidad Mitre is another place. Then I work in another children's hospital called La Clínica del Niño. And I have my private practice in my consultation.
Great. Thanks for taking the time to join us this morning. We'll kind of start with the big picture. This is a newer addition to the SRS family of regional meetings with the Asia Pacific meeting launched last year and now Latin America. Why does a dedicated regional meeting matter, and why Buenos Aires?
Go ahead.
Oh, well, we're really happy to have a regional meeting because sometimes it's kind of hard for surgeons to go abroad to different meetings, especially, Chile is like at the end of the world. Argentina too, we're very far away from everything. So it's good that we have the possibility of having, meetings and international faculty, and also that we can, meet each other, the other surgeons in Latin America, that sometimes it's also hard to get together in one place. Argentina is actually a great place because they have quite a tradition in scoliosis surgery, and it's quite accessible from a lot of the other countries in Latin America.
And I believe that the mission of SRS is to foster the best treatment for the patients with spinal deformities. One of the way to do this, to accomplish the mission, is to educate surgeons around the world, to give them the tools to offer the best treatments for the patients. But it's hard to find money and time to travel to go to IMAS and annual meeting. Then instead of the surgeon goes to SRS meetings, SRS comes to the surgeon around the world, and this is a way to accomplish its mission.
I love that. Yeah, increasing the accessibility of the SRS mission to members of Latin America is a key feature of this meeting, I think. Maybe talk a little bit about the 4 partner societies behind this meeting. With SAPCV in Argentina, SCC in Chile, SDCC, and Silaco. Talk a little bit about what that means and how those organizations coming together have really elevated spine care in the region.
Oh, I'm from Brazil, and the Brazilian Spine Society is very proud to be in collaboration with SRS to this meeting. And Brazilian Spine Society has around 1,500 members, and the treatment of spinal deformity is growing a lot in our country, and we need to educate our surgeons here in Brazil. And to have this meeting here in South America is a very good opportunity to the members present their papers, their abstracts, and then and also to learn from each other. So it's a very good opportunity for education of surgeons in Brazil. And Argentina is very close to Brazil. It's a 2 or 3 hour flight. It's very easy to go. So and about Chile.
Well, we're very proud of being part of this initiative. I mean, the Chilean Spine Society, we're very young. We just have 2 years. So it's something where we're our second cooperation with a big society. And we're very proud that it's SRS. So for us, it's quite important to have our members, in contact with these new societies and see how we can partner with them and give them different possibilities. The Argentinian Spine Society is quite old, and it's very reputed in Latin America. Ancilaco is the Ibero-Latino American Spine Society, so it encompasses all the spine societies around Latin America and Portugal and Spain. And that's something that, that's not a mix, but I guess what we have in common with the all continent. So it brings together all the societies. So it's quite important that Silaco is also part of these meetings.
And one of the education sessions is going to be part, going to have the collaboration of Silaco also.
That's great. Yeah, that collaboration is unique and something that I think all attendees of the meeting will appreciate. You guys are coming to us live from the SRS hands-on cadaver course, and education is a big part of this meeting, and obviously a big part of your careers, given that you're donating your weekend today to contribute to that course. As a resident, I was able to go to one of the first SRS cadaver hands-on cadaver courses, and it changed the trajectory of my career. I mean, I met and interacted with people that I would have really never spent time with. Maybe speak a little bit to how this meeting will benefit residents and fellows and medical students across the region.
Well, I mean, I think SRS it's a lot of times life-changing. It was for me, to see a society where people were working the same things I was doing. So I think residents that sometimes they don't spend a lot of time in Scoli surgery, like in part of their residency, they have spine surgery, but they do a lot of the gen. So Scoli surgery is quite secondary, and a lot of the kids that like spine surgery really have no idea what Scoli surgery is about and all the possibilities and everything that encompasses. So I think going to these meetings and talking to the different surgeons and seeing how passionate we are about the subject, it's something that might help them make a decision regarding the way their career is going.
And I believe that if the surgeon wants to dedicate to spinal deformities, the only organization around the world who really discuss and create and educate about this field is a Scoliosis Research Society. So the first time that I went to an annual meeting was in 2004 in Buenos Aires. And as soon as I was in the meeting, I I felt myself that this is my place. And because 4 days only discussing about spinal deformities, and so if the surgeon wants to improve his practice, his tools, and his knowledge, is to join SRS, and this kind of courses bringing surgeons to one place to discuss close where they are is the best way to do that.
The other thing that is important for us in Latin America is that a lot of kids feel that they want to, see a technique or they want to see something, and they're always like looking for they're looking either to North America or to Europe, and I think they have this idea that it's the only place where things are done, and that idea or that conversation with the senior surgeons sometimes that can tell you, they're doing a lot of this surgery in Brazil or in Chile or in Argentina, or this surgeon is working a lot in that and researching in that. So if you want to go and see that, you don't have to go all the way to the States. You can just, go across the border and we'll be happy to have you. So that type of contact is also very important for young surgeons.
The opportunity to discuss to a young surgeon to discuss any kind of subject of a case with a senior surgeon, a famous surgeon, it's very important because it's like sometimes it's like a dream to be close to someone famous, no? So it's very good.
So let's walk through the format of this meeting. Why don't you all tell us what people can actually expect to see over the 2-day meeting next spring?
We really want to bring forward local research. So our idea is that there are going to be a lot of sessions for research paper and a lot of discussion. And we're going to have some educational sessions, but that's not, the gist of it. The most important part are the local research in different countries.
I believe we're going to have the best sessions from the societies. So all societies, we're gonna send the best sessions from their meetings in the year or this year. So that's very I believe gonna be the most important and papers from each country, and also the education sessions. We're gonna have the presence of Ferran Pellicer and Ronald Lehman.
Andre, you chair the SRS Worldwide Course Subcommittee. How does a meeting like this fit into the SRS's broader educational mission in the region?
The WWC are courses like they are also called ambassador course. It's usually are courses that are held together with the national society meetings, and SRS send usually 3 or 4 international faculties for the course, and the course usually is a pre-meeting course of the national society meeting, and we have had a lot of these courses in Brazil, around 7 or 8 courses in Brazil like this. We had several I believe we have 2 in Chile, and several in Argentina also. And this spread the knowledge of the spinal deformity treatment in children and adults for the local surgeons, and is a very good opportunity to change idea with these international faculties for the local surgeons. So it's as I said before, it's a way of SRS to accomplish its mission to educate surgeons around the world.
Great. And then an open question for the whole panel here. If you're a resident, a fellow, or a surgeon early in practice somewhere in Latin America, why should this meeting be on your calendar?
Oh, I think it should. I mean, because it's going to give you an insight into Scolia that you haven't seen before, because you're going to see a lot of the local research. You're going to have international faculty that you can talk to, because you're gonna get a pulse of how the things are working in Latin America. And as I told you, that if you want to do something different, or if you want to make a visit or see who's doing a technique, this is definitely the place that you should go to talk to some people and to meet new surgeons and to see your possibilities in the region and how you can develop there and not have to go abroad specifically.
Mhm.
Yes, I think in South America there are a lot of people that have no opportunity to travel, and they have work a lot hard. They have economic problems, not enough money to travel around the world. So it will be a great thing for young people, fellows, residents. That's the main point, I think so.
Yeah.
They can read papers, but they cannot exchange experience with, the authors of the paper.
Great. Mauricio?
Yeah, the same. Yeah, I think that the SRS I think for me is the best meeting in the world in terms of spine. I have a lot of scientific papers, and this is a very good opportunity to share experiences with the faculty, with the great faculty from around the world. But also in Mexico, the residents or the fellows, they have economic problems. They don't make a lot of money during these years, so maybe this is a good time. May also the WWC in Mexico, we had like 3 or 4 in the past years during the Mexican Spine Society meeting. So there they experience they talk with the faculty that they come from the US, and they make exchanges and all that stuff, and that's a good idea to jump to make good spine surgeries.
Great. Guillermo, as the local host for the meeting, can you tell us what to expect about about Buenos Aires?
Well, Buenos Aires is a great city. It's a big city. You have a lot of restaurants, meets, the government house, parks. You have another place called Puerto Madero. It's a very nice place and safety place next to the Sheraton Hotel. And you have train. You have a lot of public transports. It's huge and nice. The buildings are built like in Europe, and you have a nice a nice weather in that time. It will be everybody likes Buenos Aires.
I would say that Buenos Aires is a very good city for tourism. You can go to a tango show at night.
Yeah,
That's
that's awesome.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Maybe if
you like a lot of tango, Andre. It will be great for
yeah,
you. You like dancing tango. Yeah.
maybe if we are lucky, we can also see a match of River Plate or
River Plate, yeah.
yes, Boca
Mm.
Juniors.
Yeah.
It's also a great program.
Yeah.
Amazing. Lots
And
of
of course, the restaurants and the meat in Buenos Aires is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buenos Aires is a great place. It's a beautiful city and lots of things to do, but also it has a very old tradition in spine surgery. I think it was one of the first in Latin America to really have a good tradition in spine surgery. They have a lot of very great names, so you really want to go there because they have a lot to say about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are 50 years old, Our society is one of the oldest in South America.
Well, I'm sure it's going to shape up to be a great meeting and a great time. So let's make sure everybody has the dates correct. Early registration for the meeting opens November 3rd and runs through February 4th, 2027. And the meeting itself, again, is March 5th and 6th, 2027 at the Sheraton Buenos Aires Hotel and Convention Center. Guillermo, Mauricio, Andre, and Karen, thank you for helping us preview what's shaping up to be a great meeting for the region, by the region, March 5th, 6th, and March 5th and 6th, 2027 in Buenos Aires. Mark your calendars, and we hope to see everybody there.
And see you in
Thank you.
Sydney.
Thank you. See you there.